Hello everyone, my name is Cherie, and today I'm going to be talking about my screenwriting education. So the first script I ever wrote was when I was probably 9 or 10 years old. I was one of those kids that grew up with a Super 8 camera. So my friends would come over every weekend and we would shoot a 3-minute movie. We started out with superheroes. We were Isis, the Bionic Woman, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, and then we were Charlie's Angels. So that's how we began, and they were very basic scripts. They were usually bad guy steals something, superheroes find out about it, they capture the bad guy and return the stolen goods. That led into high school where I actually produced 2 movies for my English class. It was called One Day in the Life of Irving. It was a takeoff on One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich. And then there was also the frog video, which was for biology. After that, I decided to go to film school, so I went to De Anza College. And one of the first classes I took was screenwriting. Now, back in the day, they didn't have everything connected with computers, which was great because I had not taken the English 1A or whatever's a prerequisite before you're supposed to go into screenwriting. But, you know, they didn't know that. I signed up for it and I did fine. I took screenwriting for a few quarters. I'm going to check that actually. All right, yes, I just checked that. I took 3 quarters of screenwriting, which is funny because I could have sworn I took like 2 years of screenwriting. That's what it felt like or seemed like. I guess I was always writing screenplays. So that allowed me to get into a special projects class. I entered that as a screenwriter. I was also an editor and an apprentice director that year. In addition to that, I took another special projects class. Sorry, I don't know all the titles of these classes, but I think it's called Independent Studies. And in that, I wrote a 30-minute screenplay. It was a backstage musical, so it had a bunch of musical numbers, and that was the longest script that I wrote in college. In my screenwriting classes, I think I got up to a 10-minute script. So we never did anything like UCLA where you have to write a bunch of features, which sounds awesome. But at De Anza, I did the 30-minute. And I will link that somewhere if you want to watch it. After De Anza, I moved around a lot, and I ended up in Nashville, Tennessee. So while I was there, I was a member of the Tennessee Screenwriters Association, and it was kind of like a workshopping thing. That was great. I learned a lot of stuff there that I didn't learn in college. After that, I was in LA a couple of years ago, and I was a member of a group called The Table. Great group. And an offshoot of that group also had something similar to the TSA, where people would meet at a cafe and read pages and then comment on the pages. So that is basically my formal education. I'm always reading screenwriting books. If new books come out, I'm watching YouTube videos about screenwriting. So education continues. It's constant, and I think that's a great thing. Anyone who's a writer, you know, should keep up to date, keep going. So yeah, that's it. That's my education, and I will see you in the next video.